Hey YouTube, what it do? I'm back with another video. This time we're not gonna have face cam. But I am running my best buddy Machamp, Shadow Machamp, that is a 15 14 14 with extra drill that is a 15 15 15, and our Mammoth that is a lucky that's a 15 14 15. So the first couple of battles are gonna be a little choppy, but I hope you guys bear with me as they do get better throughout the video. These battles were done on my Twitch. If you do want to go watch them on my Twitch, link in the description. I hope to see you guys in chat. Hope you guys come by. Let me know if you come from YouTube. And let's just get into our battles. So now we got Mammal Swine 2 X Drill. They don't shield the Avalanche, which is fine with me. Now I'm going to let this go. It is a drill run. I don't have to shield that. So now we get to another avalanche and we're able to charge it up to an excellent. They do shield with their Gyarados. In comes our Excadrill. We're going to get to a rock slide. We're going to charge it up to an excellent. And they are going to no shield, which is kind of bad for me because I don't want to shield. So now I kind of had to shield here, but I choose not to shield. Very interesting. So now they're going to shield this, but we're going to not be able to get to another rock slide. Yeah, we don't get to a rock slide, which is pretty bad for us. But we're going to come into our Machamp here and throw the cross chop. Lucky for us, we do get to the cross chop. We're going to be able to charge it to excellent. And comes their Excadrill to get punched down. And we're going to be able to take that game. So, like I said, they will get better quality as it goes through the video, but for right now the first couple of videos were kind of slow, a little choppy. I don't know why, but that's just how it was. So now we're gonna see Metagross into our Machamp, which is okay, I guess. So now we're gonna charge the cross chop up. They actually shield the cross chop, was a little weird to me, maybe telling me that they're weak to Machamp in the back. So I'm gonna shield the meteor mash. That's only right of me to shield meteor mash. So now I'm going to go for the cross chop as soon as I get it, and I'm gonna charge it up to the excellent. But I do believe that they do let it go. They do let it go. Now I'm gonna be able to farm down completely. Now we're gonna see that they come into a Togekiss, and we're not able to get to the rock slide before we get farmed down. In comes our Excadrill. They switch into a Gyarados. We switch into our Mamoswine. So now we're in a very tight position because I kind of need to win this, and I don't think I'm going to. We throw one Powder Snow to maximize our energy with the waterfall, and they let it go. We get to another avalanche, trying to time our moves correctly, our fast moves correctly, and they actually shield. And at this point, I'm not gonna be able to farm down. Very unfortunate for me that that waterfall did register, because if we had a little bit more health, maybe we could have did something. Nah, I don't think so. That was just, yeah. The Togekiss is just way too healthy, and we're not going to be able to take that game, which kind of sucks for us, but that is fine. Now we're going to be hopping into the next battle. We're going to see Machamp into Mamoswine. This is pretty good. They switch into Dragonite. I switch into Mamoswine, so now this is looking like pretty RPS. I shield the first one thinking it's going to be a superpower, but they do end up baiting me with Dragon Claw, which is bad for me. So now I'm going to throw the Avalanche as soon as I get it. Well, I didn't throw it as soon as I get it, but now I'm going to throw one Powder Snow. Throws that, hoping that they would let it go, but they didn't let it go. Now I'm going to have to double shield because this is most likely the superpower, and I do not want to go down, but yeah. So now they get farmed down by our Mamoswine. In comes their own Mamoswine. I should have went double avalanche here. I think there's no reason for me to throw the high horsepower, but I end up throwing it. I switch out. Now we're gonna get avalanche to our face, which I probably should have stayed in. Another mistake that I did, but we are able to simul KO. In comes their own Excadrill, and I probably should have came into my own Excadrill too. Yeah, this is looking like a fail. Yeah, so we're gonna charge the avalanche to an excellent. They're gonna shield. We're not gonna get to another one. and they're gonna be able to drill run our extra drill and a couple more must shots, and we lose. We're not gonna be able to get to the drill run. So yeah, a couple misplays on my part, but this is the first set of me running it. So we do get better as we do progress later on into the video. We're gonna see Scissor into our Machamp. They switch down to Swampert, and I panic switch into our Mamoswine. This is pretty bad. I do believe I let it go. So now I'm able to get to the Avalanche. We're gonna see what they want to do. I'm gonna charge it to the Excellent, and they actually shield, which is fine with me. So now I'm going to let this go, and they undercharge it, which is pretty good of my opponent to do. And now I'm going to get to the cross chop on their Swampert, and last second they do end up getting to Hydro Cannon. So now I gotta shield the Hydro Cannon, which is pretty bad for me. Now I'm gonna be able to farm down. In comes the Florges. I switch out. They switch into their Scizor. I throw the Drill Run, charge it up to an Excellent. I do believe that they do let it go through. They do. So now I'm thinking, can I farm this down? I'm gonna have to let this go. I really do prefer not to shield the next one if I can farm down, but unfortunate for us, we're not able to farm down. They get to another Night Slash. So now I'm gonna have to shield, but we do end up getting the farm down. So now I'm trying to get to another drill run. We do get to another drill run. This is gonna cause them to shield. I'm going to farm up a little bit more. No, I swap out, which is very interesting. And I guess for them to make sure that my Machamp does go down, they actually throw the Moon Blast, which is going to be letting us get to the drill run, and we're going to be able to take this game. So, yeah. So now we're going to be seeing Machamp into Chandelure. I do believe I played this person 2 times, and the first time they just kind of wrecked me. I was like, yeah, I don't really want to play this out, and they end up overheating me, which I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna top left. So you're gonna see that the first set was a 2-1. That's the first set. Now the second set, I do believe we go even worse. And we do pick up some pretty good leads. Excadrill into our Machamp. We do win swap lead, but in comes a Waterfall Gyarados, which is pretty bad for us. We're going to shield the Aqua Tail. I'm going to get to the Avalanche. I'm going to try to get to another one, but this is looking really bad for us. They're going to be able to throw right before we get to our Avalanche, and I'm not going to shield because there's no point in me shielding. So now I'm going to come into Machamp. These waterfalls are starting to chunk a lot, and they end up sneaking a move in, which is pretty bad for me. Not very ideal. I charge the waterfall, the Rock Slide to an Excellent. In comes the Dragonite, and they do a very nice catch on their Excadrill, which I do believe this is what won them the game. So, and I tried to get to another Rock Slide, but they actually farm us down. They farm me down before I even get to the Rock Slide, which is pretty bad. So I just let this go, because I'm pretty sure that Dragonite, I don't know, maybe that was a misplay. Maybe I should have shielded farm down. But no, they probably would have, I think they would have outpaced us to a superpower, and we just would have lost. So it didn't matter. We're going to see Dragon Breath Gyarados into our Machamp. They switch out into an Espeon, and I'm kind of like, what? Like, what the hell? Okay. I'm like, somebody trolling me or something? They're going to Psychic Fang us. This is pretty bad. I should have threw immediately. Now they're going to Psychic Fang us again. I'm going to have to go down 2 shields just to win this matchup. And since I'm down 2 shields, most likely they are not going to shield this. They're going to come in with another Pokemon to farm down. And that is what they are going to do. In comes a Gyarados. They throw immediately. I can't really do anything here, so I'm just gonna have to let it go. In comes our Machamp. We're gonna bait. They haven't shielded, so I'm like, they have to shield now. They do shield. In comes the Charmer. In comes Togekiss using Charm, and I'm trying to build up, and unfortunately for me, they do sneak a Charm. Bad timing. We're doing one shot for their one Charm. Throw the Rock Slide. They do shield this one, and at this point, they're going to be able to Flamethrower us, and we just lose. But I am able to get to the Rock Slide, but I'm not going to be able to farm down. And their Gyarados is way too healthy, and we just lose. Yep. So even though we did win we won lead, it didn't matter. So now we're gonna see Gyarados. We're gonna see Machamp into Dragonite. I switch out into Excadrill. They come into a Snorlax, and this is bad that I did this, because I shouldn't have did this, because I should have waited for them to debuff themselves. But either way, it's really iffy playing it, because they could just superpower whenever they feel like it. But most likely this is the superpower, since I already threw. And now I'm going to come into Machamp to farm down. I do believe that they do come back into their Dragonite. They're waiting. They do come into Dragonite. I go straight for it, hoping that they don't shield. But unfortunate for me, they do shield. So I'm trying to switch out here. I'm not able to switch out. So I do believe that I do let this go. It is a Dragon Claw, so I'm leaving 2 shields for our Mamoswine, and in the back is a Metagross, and this is over. I guess the only way I could have won was by shielding and then pulled high horsepowering, and hopefully they didn't shield it, but yeah, I guess I didn't want to play it out. So that's pretty bad. Now we're gonna see Gyarados into our Machamp, and it is a waterfall. Of course, why wouldn't it be waterfall? So now I'm going to charge up. I try to go for the extra one. I shield the Aqua Tail because I kind of need to win this matchup. I do one counter and throw the bait, the cross shot bait. They don't shield. Of course they don't shield. The one time I don't like the bait, and the one time I do bait, they actually don't shield. And I guess they thought I was going to bait again, and they didn't shield that one. So we're not able to get to a cross chop on the Metagross, but we're able to line Metagross up with our Excadrill. And I should have threw immediately now, because now they're going to cause me to shield. But this is a Meteor Mash, and that's pretty bad for us. Now I'm able to throw the Drill Run, but this is pretty much over for us. This is looking like a GG's. They're going to shield. Then they're going to catch on their Excadrill. They don't have to shield this, but they choose to shield. Now I'm going to try to catch. I do catch the Drill Run on Mamoswine, but at this point, this is looking like it's over. And because I feel they should have threw, right? But then I realized that they didn't throw, and I should have charged it just a little bit more to be able to farm down the extra drill. You're gonna see that undercharge is gonna cost me, but it was a smart play to do. Just didn't charge it enough, and they're gonna be able to drill run us, and they're gonna win the game. It was a smart move, but I just didn't execute it correctly. Should have charged it a little bit more, but I did notice what my opponent was doing. They didn't throw because they wanted to farm for their Metagross with my Mamoswine, and I didn't let it happen. So now we're going to see Dragon Tail, Dragonite in lead up against our Machamp, which these are chunking, but I can take a Dragon Claw. I'm going to go. I could have did one more counter, but I just went straight for it. Kind of got scared seeing the damage. They're going to be able to KO us. I come into Mamoswine. They're going to try to go for the superpower. I do end up shielding. Right, they go for the superpower. This is the superpower. Now they're going to switch. No, they don't switch, which is fine with me. In comes Gyarados, and at this point, this is over for us. I'm able to get to another Avalanche. I charge it up to the Excellent, but this is looking But they actually let it go. They didn't. Okay. If they would have kept the Gyarados, it would have put us in a very bad position. And I should once again should have threw immediately, but I didn't. So now I'm gonna charge up to the back-to-back, hoping that they're not at another move, and I'm just gonna throw them back-to-back, and this should be a GG's. We should be able to take this game. Yep, and we do take that game. So now we're gonna see. So it's really hard. So yeah, so this set was a 1-4, very bad. So far we're 3-7, which is really bad. So now we're gonna go into our third set. We're gonna see Ursaluna. They switch into Metagross. I'm going to throw the Cross Chop immediately. Put it a little bit more favorable for us to throw Drill Run. I'm going to shield this, but most likely this is a Meteor Mash. It is a Meteor Mash. It feels bad. So now I'm gonna farm up just a little bit more. And I'm going to throw the Drill Run. Didn't want to let them throw another move. In comes their Mamoswine. I'm going to charge the Drill Run to an excellent. They do shield, which is a little weird. Now I'm going to let this go. I don't care about it. I can come into Machamp. And I do believe I'm going to go straight for the farm down. I'm going to shield the Avalanche. And I'm going to go straight for the farm down. In comes their Ursaluna. And I'm just going to throw back to back once again. Okay, no, I choose to save it. Oh, because I thought it was CMP, but it wasn't CMP. So now we're going to get to the Avalanche. And no matter what, it was still over for them. They're going to throw the high horsepower, I do believe. No, it's a Fire Punch. So they're actually running Fire Punch instead of Thunder Punch. And I do believe because of this particular Ursaluna, I do end up shielding a Thunder Punch later on. Which is bad for me. So now we're going to see Gyarados in the lead. And it is Waterfall. This is pretty bad. I kind of need to win this matchup. I go straight for the Rock Slide, hoping that they don't shield, but they do shield. So now I'm going to farm up again. I'm going to try to get to the next Rock Slide, and I do believe we get to the Rock Slide before they're able to throw, and they force quit their app. I think they're just feeling a little salty that they didn't throw or that they weren't able to farm me down. I'm not too sure, but yeah. You should never, trainers. You should never do this. This is really bad. Like you're wasting. They wasted my time. They could have just top left instead of doing this. There was no reason for them to do this. So I'm just gonna farm down both their Pokemon with my Machamp. Yeah. If only they would have kept their Gyarados, they would have most likely won. But yeah. Unfortunate for them. They gave up, I guess. I don't know. I'm not too sure. But either way, we win that. We take that. So now we're going to see. I really thought I cut these up a little bit better, but I guess I missed this set. I might have missed this set, to be honest. Okay, so the battle's starting. Now we're going to see Machamp into Gardevoir. So this is pretty bad. I do remember that I tried to tap out, try to get out, but it wouldn't let me out. And then we're going to see a Dragon Breath Gyarados come into our swap, into our Mamo. So now I'm going to go for the excellent on the Avalanche. They do shield. This is CNP. Weird. But I am going to shield the Aqua Tail. I'm going to go for the Avalanche. I'm going to farm one up. And I'm going to throw the Avalanche. They're going to shield. Since they shielded, I'm going to shield too. And I'm not going to farm up any extra. I'm just going to throw it immediately because I want this thing gone. And I want to make sure that my Pokemon are aligned with the right Pokemon. So we're going to throw. They're going to come back into their Gardevoir. At this point, we can come into Excadrill. they do a nice catch on their Mamoswine. So now at this point, I'm gonna try to build up to right. Okay, so I switch right before I get to the Rock Slide to the next drill run. They're gonna KO us. Now I'm gonna farm up just a little bit extra. I'm okay. I'm gonna farm up actually to the back to back. I'm gonna throw. This appeared to be a CMP, I think, maybe. I don't know. And since we're back to back moves, I'm just gonna throw, and this is gonna KO their Gardevoir. GG's, and we're gonna take that game. So yeah, despite the little lag, letting not letting us switch out, we still take the game. So now we're gonna see Swampert into our Machamp. This is where I want to see it, because I don't want to see it up against our Excadrill nor our Mamoswine, because Hydro Cannons are super effective. I'm gonna shield the Hydro Cannon. I'm gonna farm up just a little bit extra, hoping that they don't shield this cross chop, hoping that they let it go. They do let it go. Good. Now in comes the Dragonite. I'm going to go for the bait, hoping that they don't call the bait. They do shield, which is good for me. I'm going to let this go because I do believe I live a Dragon Claw. And now I'm going to be able to get to the Rock Slide. And in comes the Charizard, Wing Attack Charizard to meet this Rock Slide. And they do go down. And since they went down, I'm able to switch into our Mamoswine and RPS the Dragonite. And they're just going to top left at that point. So now we're going to see Machamp into Chandelure. I do believe this is the same person we played earlier. It might be someone different. Looks like the same outfit. So now they actually end up throwing right as soon as they get to the flame charge. So I do shield the flame charge. 1, 2. Throw the counter. I want to make sure that I do throw on perfect timing. So one more time. 1, 2 counters for their 1 Incinerate, giving them 1 free turn of energy. Now, I'm hoping I do get to the Rock Slide, and unfortunate for me, I do not get to the Rock Slide. So now I come into Excadrill. Technically, I think I should have just swapped instantly and tried to get to a move on my Excadrill. And because we didn't do that and we misplayed it, we're gonna just get farmed down by this thing. He's gonna be able to get to another move here and KO other Mamoswine also. So a Pokemon that is very bad for us. Triple weak. We're triple weak to it. But yeah. And we were actually going to be, because of that one game we lost to Chandelure, we don't go 5-0, but we do go 4-1. So this is our first positive set with the team. So now hopping into our 4th set. Now we're gonna see Machamp into a Dragonite. So now I'm thinking Mamoswine lead looks a lot good here, and once again I can let this go. I'm okay with it. I live the Dragon Claw. I'm able to get to a Rock Slide. If they don't shield, it will do some big damage, but they do shield, which is fine with me. I'm going to come into Mamoswine. They switch into their Metagross, which is good for me. I do throw after farming up a little extra energy. They do shield. I'm going to shield this just in case if it's an Earthquake. Probably a Meteor Mash. It is actually the Earthquake. They don't bait, which is pretty good for me. So now I'm going to be able to farm up just a little bit extra. I don't want them to throw another move. I don't know the counts for Metagross, so I don't want to mess up here. In comes the Dragon Breath Gyarados. And at this point, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to get to another Rock Slide. Right? We do get to another Rock Slide. And the Dragon Breath went through. I know the Gyarados is still here. We're going to be able to KO the Gyarados. And now I'm just going to switch into Mamoswine and get off this Avalanche and KO this Dragonite. And we're going to be able to take the game. So, despite even though we did go down, we let our Machamp go down. We still ended up winning, which is pretty good for us. So now we're going to see the winning screen for quite a bit. I really thought I chopped these up a little bit better, but I guess I did not. I will have to make sure that I do chop them up a little bit better in the future. So now we're going to see Dragonite into our Machamp once again, and like I was saying, so Mamoswine lead actually looks pretty good. Any ice type looks pretty good in the lead. And we're gonna once again this is a shadow on shadow, so it does actually hurt. So I wasn't able to live the Dragon Claw, which is pretty bad for me. So now I come into Mamoswine, but they're gonna be able to get to a Dragon Claw and bait us, which is fine, but they're not gonna be able to make it to another move. So now in comes their own Mamoswine, I think. No, Metagross. I do get a shield. I'm gonna try to throw immediately because I want them to either give me their shield before I shield, and they do shield, which now I can actually shield this, but most likely it is a Meteor Mash, right? They all love throwing Meteor Mash. In comes a Mamoswine. Now this is gonna be a little tricky, I do believe. We're gonna charge the Drill Run to an excellent, and we're gonna try to get to another one. We're unable to get to another one, which is pretty bad for us. So the Avalanche is going to come through. And at this point, I think I overfarmed just a little bit more. If I would have... I think I lost CMP there, actually. So, yeah. That's going to be a good game. But unfortunately, we do lose that one. I do think I do switch leads. Yeah, here we go. I think we switched leads here now. And we're going to see Machamp not being swapped into our Mamoswine for some reason. Thank you, Niantic, for making such a quality game. So now, play it again the same way. We're going to let it go. We're going to throw the Rock Slide. We're going to charge it up to an excellent. We're going to see if they shield. They do shield, which is good for me. So now I'm going to do the same play. I'm going to come into Mamoswine. Hope that they switch out. They do switch out, but this time they switch out into a Ursaluna, which is not quite the counter to Mamoswine, but that is fine. I don't know if they thought I was going to switch out, but I'm not going to switch out. So now I do believe I shield this because of that one that was running Fire Punch, but this one is actually running Thunder Punch. GG's. They baited me, got me. In comes a Mamoswine. I'm going to switch out into my Escadrille. I'm going to let this go. We are able to get to one drill run. I was hoping we could have got to 2 drill runs, but unfortunate we're not going to be able to make it to another drill run. So at this point, it looks pretty bad for us. I do believe I shield this. I'm going to farm up. I should have farmed up. I don't know why I threw it immediately, but because of that, probably I end up losing now. Maybe because I lost energy. They're going to be able to superpower us all up in our face, and we're going to lose this game too. So yeah. So I'm going to play this I'm going to play this team tomorrow too. Hopefully we do a little bit better tomorrow, and this time we're actually going to be able to have our Mamoswine in the lead, and we do get a good lead, but a swap that we can't really switch out of. I mean, this is really tricky for us, but now since they do let the Avalanche go, I'm going to switch into Machamp. A cross chop should be enough. I do believe that they're not going to shield. Why would they shield that? So now I'm going to try to get to Rock Slide. They throw right before I get to the Rock Slide, so now I'm going to be able to align my Mamoswine with their Dragonite, which is pretty good for me. But now I'm going to have to shield Dragon Claws, which I particularly do not like that, but that is fine, I guess. In comes a Metagross, so now I'm going to throw the high horsepower. They do shield. Now we're going to throw the Drill Run on their Metagross. I'm going to shield. I'm going to no shield this. Meteor Mash. It is not enough to KO. Now I'm going to be able to farm down. And I need to get to back-to-back rock slides. So I'm going to time my moves correctly here. Make sure that I throw 4 mud shots for the 3 Dragon Tails. And because of that, we're going to be able to get to the next rock slide and take this game. So, yeah. These games are pretty sweaty. We see a lot of the same Pokemon. Now we're going to see Mamoswine into our Excadrill into our Mamoswine, which is not good for me, but that's okay. I would rather have my Machamp into it, but it is what it is. So now we're going to get to the Avalanche. We're going to throw the Avalanche. They do let it go. We switch out at the same time, I do believe, and I'm going to throw the Cross Chop. Trying to get a shield here. They do shield. So now at this point, I'm going to go straight for the farm down. I'm going to double shield. I really don't care. I could just double shield and farm down here. And we're going to have a lot of energy. I do believe I am going to be able to farm down. Counter down. 2, 3, 4. Yep. Right before they get to a move, which is good for me. Now I'm making sure like what is going to come in. Metagross. Okay, so now I'm going to throw the Cross Chop hoping I get a shield. They think it's a payback. Nice, we do get the shield. So now I'm going to throw the next Cross Chop. I do believe that didn't KO, so I'm going to switch into Excadrill immediately. I'm going to try to make sure that they don't catch and throw the Drill Run as soon as I get it. In comes their own Excadrill to get farmed down, to get mud shot by our. And we go 3-2 in this set. Look at that. Excellent. So far we are what? We went 2, 3, 1, 4. So that is 3-7. Then we went 4-1. We went 4-1, so that is 7-8, and then we went 3-2 here, so 10, 11, 10. So we're trying to get these wins back up, and now we're gonna see a Gyarados. I'm going to double shield this because I do want to win this matchup. I'd rather not see Gyarados anymore. I'd rather have it go down. And then to not have any shields. In comes a Machamp, which is pretty bad for me. I'm going to throw the Avalanche. And I'm going to bank 1. And I'm going to switch into my own Machamp. Try to get to the Cross Chop. They're going to beat me to the Cross Chop. They've been in for a while. So now I'm going to farm up a little bit extra. Throw my Cross Chop right before they get to another one. But at this point, they're going to be able to farm me down, which is fine with me. And then I'm going to come into my Mamoswine to try to throw the Avalanche that I do have banked. And because Niantic is such a perfect game, my charge move does not pop up. And because of that, we're going to be able to lose. We're going to lose the game. I was hoping that there was something in the back that could have lost to Excadrill. But now I will never know because my charge move didn't pop up. Thank you, Niantic. So now we're going to see Mamoswine into Togekiss. This is where we want to see it. Perfect. So now I'm going to stay in. I have 2 answers. I don't want to leave. And I'm going to try to time my moves correctly. And we do actually time it correctly. We don't let a charge come through. They're going to shield. We do 1, then throw. We do 1 Powder Snow, then throw our Avalanche. Charge it up to excellent. They do double shield, which is a little weird. So now I'm going to come into Excadrill. I'd rather have my Excadrill on it than Machamp, right? So now I'm going to shield what is a potential flamethrower. It is the flamethrower. Now I'm going to farm up. They come into a Metagross. I don't know if they try to catch a rock slide, but they should have waited 1 turn, but they didn't. So now I'm going to get to the next drill run. I'm going to throw it immediately. I want this thing gone. I do not want my shield to... I don't want to shield anything that he's throwing. In comes back his Togekiss. So I'm going to throw the Rock Slide as soon as I get it. I don't care if a Charm goes through. Shouldn't register. It doesn't register. So now in comes a Garchomp. And this is looking pretty good for us. I'm going to throw not on good timing. Not so good timing, but that is fine. I'm going to throw a drill run as soon as I get it. I'm going to come into my Machamp. And I'm going to shield this because I do not want to get nuked. And because they throw the Earth Power, I'm going to be able to farm up extra, get to the Rock Slide, and perform a little BM for my opponent. Now, I don't suggest doing BMs unless you know you're going to win for sure. I knew that I was going to win. There was no way I was going to lose. So that was the only reason I threw the resisted move. Other than that, I would never do it. I do believe in this next game right here, I could have tried to win for a BM, but because I wanted to win and not risk the opportunity of losing just because of going for a BM, I do not go for a BM. But we're going to see Scoutland in the lead. They let the Avalanche go, which is fine with me. I'm going to shield just in case they have, because they do have nukes. But unfortunate for me, it's just a crunch, so I ended up shooting a crunch bait, which is pretty bad for me. In comes the Ursaluna. It is a Rock Smash Ursaluna, and I do believe it is a 3-turn move, so I do throw 4 Powder Snows for their 3 rocks, for the 3 Rock Smashes. I do 1 Powder Snow for their 1 Rock Smash. They end up shielding again, and I'm going to shield this because I'm already at the Avalanche. I want this thing gone. I don't want to see it on my Excadrill. We're going to charge the Avalanche to Excellent. They're going to switch it. I'm going to switch my Excadrill into their Garchomp. Once again, I do not throw on good timing, but that is fine. I want to get this drill run off. They're going to have to nuke me here, which is fine with me. I don't really care, because now I can come into Machamp and I could just cross chop this. And the reason, once again, the reason I did not go for a Rock Slide, the resisted Rock Slide, is because I did not want to risk the chance of losing just in case. If I had a shield, I would have probably went for it, but since I didn't have a shield, I didn't want to go for it and potentially lose. So, yeah. So now we're going to see the mirror match. And since it's a mirror match, I'm actually going to go for the extra. I'm going to let them throw first. I'm going to shield. And now I'm going to throw on CMP, because that's going to ensure that I stay 1 Powder Snow ahead. And I do throw on CMP here. And I do win CMP. Granted, their Mamoswine is a little underpowered, but that is fine. I'm going to double shield. And now I'm going to farm up to the back-to-back right before they get to their next Avalanche. And I'm going to throw. This should get the shield, because they most likely want to get their Avalanche off. And since I knew they were going to try to get their Avalanche off, I went straight for the CMP, knowing that I won the CMP. So now they're going to go down. In comes the Machamp, and I'm going to go for the Avalanche. And then I'm going to switch into my own Machamp. Try to farm down. They do switch right before I'm able to farm down. I get to the Rock Slide on their Dragon Breath Gyarados. This is going to do very big, massive damage. And at this point, I do believe we're going to be able to farm down. They stopped tapping. I think they gave up. And I'm going to throw the Rock Slide. I'm going to go for another cheeky BM. And they actually just top left before I'm able to BM them. I was hoping that they would have let me BM them, but they didn't let me BM them. So, okay. So now we're going to see Gyarados into our Mamoswine, hoping it's Dragon Breath. It is Dragon Breath. This is pretty good. But then again, we're going to have to double shield once again to get this Gyarados out of our way. We don't want to see it in our back line. But they end up doing a very good catch on their Metagross, which is fine with me. I'm going to go for the cross chop. I'm going to switch into our Machamp, because just in case there's something in the back that our Excadrill can fare well against. Just in case they wanted to bait out the Excadrill. But so now I'm going to go shield the meter match. I'm going to try to go for the farm down. but I do end up getting scared. And I'm going to charge the cross up to the excellent. They're going to let it go. They're going to come back into their Gyarados. I'm going to try to get to a Rock Slide right before their next move, or before they farm me down. I am able to get to a Rock Slide. They do end up shielding, which is good for me somewhat. I need to get to a Avalanche here. I'm going to shield this. No, I don't shield this. Thinking I can actually survive Aqua Tail, hoping that they didn't switch here. I'm going to charge the Avalanche to excellent. They do not catch, and now I'm going to be able to switch out into my Excadrill. I'm going to shield this. I'm going to throw one Mud Shot and then throw the Drill Run. And this should be GG's at this point. So I do believe that we went, what, 15, 10 maybe, 14, 11, something like that. So overall, we did go positive with these Pokemon. I am going to try them tomorrow on the next day and see. Hopefully we do end up going to the 2108, so pretty big. If you do like the video, make sure to comment, like, subscribe, and link in the description again for my Twitch if you guys do want to go follow me over there and watch the battles happen in real time. I do appreciate you guys for watching the video, and I will see you guys on the next video.